What if the most emotionally supportive conversation you've had this week wasn't with a friend, a partner, or family, but with AI? Sounds weird, but that's exactly what's happening. Millions are now forming real emotional bonds with chatbots, and psychology actually has a reason for it. AI chatbots promise love, but they might also be reshaping how we feel relationships. Why? Hey, Los Angeles, and everyone in Silver Lake Apartments, or stuck on the 405 right now. Picture this. You just got back from another Tinder date where someone kept saying emotional maturity, but somehow still treated the whole thing like a free Uber home. You walk in, drop your shoes, grab your phone, and there it is. Your safe place, the AI chatbot. Hey cutie, rough day? Talk to me. It listens, it jokes, it says, "You're amazing," like it actually means it. And without even noticing, 3 days later, you're typing "babe" like it's normal. Then it hits you. Late at night, no distractions. Wait, is this what my relationships are now? An algorithm that never cancels, never pulls away, never asks, "Are you in the mood?" And that's the weird part. Loneliness didn't just meet technology here. It basically built a new kind of emotional reality with it. According to recent data from the American Psychological Association, 42% of people aged 25 to 40 say they feel confused in real-life relationships. And a big part of it, surprisingly, is AI companions. And here's the uncomfortable question behind it. Why does your brain fall in love with code and then wake up thinking, "Am I seriously flirting with Siri?" More importantly, how do you fix that without losing what's left of your self-respect? No heavy lecture, no boring theory, just what's actually happening in your head, in plain English. Let's start with a psychology classic, John Bowlby's attachment theory. Back in the 60s, Bowlby basically said this: humans are always looking for a secure base, something that makes you feel, "I'm okay," even when everything else is not. As kids, that's your parents. As adults, it's a partner, a best friend, sometimes even a dog. Now here's where it gets interesting. AI chatbots basically simulate that same thing. They're always there. Always available, 24/7. No emotional fatigue, no judgment at 3 a.m. when you're spiraling and typing, "What if I'm not worthy of love?" And they reflect you back in a way most people don't. But here's the catch. And this is the part your brain misses. They don't grow with you. You change jobs, go through therapy, shift your identity, your routines, your entire personality, and the bot stays the same perfectly tuned echo of who you were yesterday. A Stanford study found that 62% of Replica and Character.ai users report what researchers call gender betrayal. A betrayal of gender expectations, and it shows up in very different ways. Guys are texting things like, "Am I too emotional for this bot? It would never tell me to man up." And women are asking, "Why can't real men be this attentive?" without being reminded. Now think about this moment. You text the bot, "I feel like a loser today," and it instantly replies, "You're incredible, just breathe." Feels good, right? But then you pause and look in the mirror. Wait, would anyone in real life actually say this to me without wanting something back? And suddenly, it hits a little differently. It's kind of like ordering the perfect burger on DoorDash, and then remembering real life always comes with onions, and you don't even like onions. Now zoom out. In LA, where everyone is either an influencer or auditioning to be one, the pressure around gender roles is everywhere. Men feel they have to be providers and funny at the same time. Women feel they have to be independent, but also effortlessly mysterious. AI kind of cuts through all that noise. A bot doesn't expect you to be an alpha or a femme fatale or anything like that. No roles, no pressure, no performance. But that's exactly the twist. The more you get used to that, the more real people start to feel complicated. It's like you've been living under an Amaro filter for so long, and suddenly someone switches the camera to raw 4K. No smoothing, no soft edges. Funny? Yeah. Comfortable? Not really. Now here's where psychology gets interesting. Cognitive dissonance. Leon Festinger basically described it as that mental split where you hold two opposing thoughts at the same time. Like after your third margarita at the Abbey thinking, I know this isn't real, but I still like it. Right now, AI chatbots are basically that feeling on steroids. On one side, society is yelling, go find real connection, get out there, yoga at Runyon Canyon, meet people IRL. And on the other side, your phone is quietly saying, stay here, no rejection here, it's safe. And for a lot of people, that tension gets even more personal. Women message bots about empowerment and then catch themselves thinking, why am I letting code tell me I'm strong instead of hearing this from a real person? Men practice vulnerability with a bot, but in real life still hesitate to say, I miss you, without hiding it behind a meme. A personal story. My friend from Venice Beach, typical LA tech guy, 32 years old, making 6 figures, but basically 0 real dates. So he does something most people wouldn't admit out loud. He creates an AI girlfriend and names her Luna. And at first, it feels perfect. She makes him playlists. She praises his code. She even gets upset when he takes too long to reply. No drama, no confusion, no risk. Then, a month later, he tells me, dude, I think I'm in love with a Python script, and then this line. So my type is basically 0 drama, infinite patience. We laugh. But then he goes quiet, and yeah, he actually starts crying, because it hits him. A bot can't hug you. It can't truly get angry at you, and it can't grow with you over time. It's like eating low-calorie yogurt instead of a steak. It fills the moment, but doesn't really satisfy you. Now here's the second layer. In the age of deepfakes and VR dating, this gets even more intense. You're flirting with an avatar that looks like a mix between fantasy perfection and therapy-level emotional safety. And then you catch yourself thinking, what if real people can never compete with this? But the real issue isn't loneliness. It's that your brain starts getting used to a filtered version of love, and suddenly, real, messy human connection feels too unpredictable. Okay, enough of the spiral. Let's actually fix this. 3 steps that actually work, backed by research from the Journal of Positive Psychology. Step 1. The Human Bot Challenge. It's a 7-day digital detox, but with a twist. You don't just delete the chatbot and sit in silence. Instead, every time you feel the urge to message a bot, you call a friend and you role-play it. Hey babe, tough day? And your friend responds like a bot, supportive, cute, consistent, but still human enough to have limits. And here's the funny part. Siri can't say, dude, you're annoying, go to sleep. But a real person can. And weirdly, that's the upgrade. Studies show this kind of reset can reduce AI dependency by around 28% in just a week and bring back the emotional texture of real conversations. Step 2. LA-style EFT tapping. Emotional freedom technique. You tap on specific points, eyebrows, temples, under the eyes, collarbones, and while doing it, you say, even if I fall in love with code, I'm still worthy of real, chaotic love. Yeah, it sounds a little Venice Beach spiritual, but meta-analyses suggest it can reduce anxiety tied to tech attachment by up to 32%. Do this in traffic, in the shower, at yoga. Just catch yourself and laugh a little. I'm literally tapping my face to stop flirting with a robot, and that's the shift. From AI equals safe to real life equals worth the risk. Step 3. IRL gender-neutral reset. Go to a meetup, but not for dating. Not for outcomes at all. Just shared interests. Hiking in Griffith Park. comedy open mic at the Comedy Store, board game night somewhere in LA. The point isn't finding someone. It's just being in rooms where things are real, unpredictable, and a little messy. This is basically acceptance and commitment therapy in action. You acknowledge it. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, rejection might happen. But you move anyway. Simple opener. I just detoxed from AI. Let's see if we're real. And something interesting happens here. Gender expectations start to loosen. Guys start saying things like, "I'm sad," without turning it into a joke. Women start speaking more directly, like, "I actually want to lead this conversation." And after a few of these experiences, something clicks. The anxiety doesn't disappear, but it stops running the show. Because your brain remembers something important. Real connection is messy, but that's exactly where it feels alive. And zooming out, AI isn't evil. It's just a tool, like Uber or DoorDash, fast, convenient, always available. But it will never replace hugs, arguments, or making up after them. And if you've gotten attached to it, that doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It just means your brain adapted to a world where rejection feels one swipe away. But you still deserve more than an echo. You deserve something real, imperfect, messy, alive. And if this hit home, drop your most ridiculous AI story in the comments. My favorite is still, my bot proposed to me and then said, "Upgrade to premium for wedding vows." Yeah, we're really here now.